Sister, what it is? Oh, they still in the other. I'm looking at the thing. They still in the other chat, getting it. Oh, yeah, I can't hear nothing. Why? Oh, they ain't come over yet. Kimmy K, thank you for the support. Miss B chose me. That's a radio station thing here. Miss P, just like Miss B, chose me. Just going over here now. What's up, Antonique? Petite, what's up? I'm gonna bring this bitch a little closer. Can I make the letters bigger on this motherfucker? Oh no, I can make me bigger on this bitch. Not the letter. Luann, what's up? Royal Blue. That's right. Cocoa chocolate today. Sunflower Goddess, talk to me, talk to me. You will be signing up next week. Black Karma, don't beat me up. I know I be doing crazy shit. Don't whoop my ass. It was a crazy ass story. I had to choose my words pretty carefully because it dealt with the LGBTQ plus community before it was a community. This was back in the day, like the 90s and the early 2000s. Like it wasn't like this shit now. This was like everybody was down low in the closet. Gangsters was going to prison screwing. They wasn't screwing on the street. They would get mad at the homosexual people they would see on the street, haze them, beat them up, do worse bad shit. But when they was in prison, this is how it was getting down because it wasn't on internet, and you know bitches had to write letters, and you can't walk around the world with a letter short to 1,000 people. So now it's instantaneous. But that's how it was. You say I thought they were screwing. I thought they was screwing. Had to be. It was also weird. Oh yeah, it's crazy, man. Sharon Cooper, Georgia, what it is? It was him having the man beard shining. Yeah, he rubbing that shit after that beat off in the bathroom. He liked it Sean, cause Danny had passed. He liked it Sean, and Sean ended up getting sick. Sean was a fat boy. I mean, matter of fact, a story about Sean. Side story. Me and Sean used to like come to the house. Me and Sean were best friends back when I was a jit. And Sean used to come to the house. So back in the day, you know how your parents had the house speakers in there. They had the little little cassette tape stereo player where you hook it up. You got the speakers and the woofers and shit in your living room. So we had a professionally installed, and there was a metal bar combining the speakers. And me and Sean was over there wrestling, and Sean, well, we were jits, and Sean grabbed me, and he slammed me, and I hit my head on the little metal script, and it opened my head up. I had got a gash, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but right up in this area here, it's probably healed like a motherfucker. I can feel the stitches. I'm black as fuck. Y'all can't see it, but yeah, right above there, yeah. My hit my thing bust open, and it was about this big over the years because I had a little head then, but now it done shrinking. But then I had to get stitches. Sean slapped my ass and made me hit the edge of the speaker, gashed me up. So my mama didn't let me fuck with him no more for a long time. But yeah, so Sam had just got through whacking off in Mama bathroom. So then I go see Sam all up in Sean's face, and they were cool, and he was like wiping the man shit. And one, a man ain't gonna play with my face. If that ain't my thing, bitch, you ain't putting your hand nowhere. Here, the barber, bitch, you better be easy. The barber grabbed my head like this. When he trimming me up and shit, he ain't gonna the fuck. Yeah, motherfucker rubbed that nut all on that boy's face like that. And that boy mustache and beard and probably sleeked his eyebrow right. Got the eyebrows right. fuck that. Motherfucker was shining. I looked at him. He had a glow on his ass. Why that nigga shining? Yeah, guess the spirit was on his ass. But hey, baby, that's how it was. So what time did this come on? My True Spooks is at 2 p.m. Eastern, say to be. No, Louis, you can't let nobody touch you. Fuck that. Fuck that. But what did y'all think about all that crazy shit, man? This now, when they was in prison, cause after they had left juvie and they went to prison, they started screwing each other. Gay for the state. Maybe they were sellies. I don't know. But after they got out, they didn't see each other. Then Danny moved into the neighborhood, and I guess him and Sam start dealing with each other again, and then they start mimicking each other. But the crazy part about it, when Sam went away and Danny was left in the neighborhood, Danny lost all the ability to do all that until they got back together and we went to fight again, and bam. Oh, stop. See, Royal Blue, you playing. That's bad. I heard protein was good for it. Oh, whew, this made me more paranoid of people touching me even more. Look, Latoya, Miss Hardy, let them touch you. Let you take the demon. I said, oh shoot, what did you enter into? None yet. The contract ain't been signed. Boom, dad joke, spiritual dad joke. What's going on? Seraphim Speaks. Natasha Turner. How you doing, Natasha Turner? Natasha H. Turner, how you doing? How you been? What's going on, sister? Chef Charles the Christ, how you doing? Phone say, you better fix that phone. Ain't that the new one? Did you get the new one? Everybody, that was a crazy ass story. I mean, it got a little more intense, but I don't want to get canceled by cancel culture. Whoever started this made a deal with the demon, feeding it with the young male energy. And I've been talking about that lately. I've told my son that the other day. I've been talking about this, but again, I ain't gonna even front. I'm afraid to go on YouTube and really speak about this shit because cancel culture a bitch. Because when you start telling the truth that there's a demon out there, feeding off of the young males and shit, they say you're anti this and you're anti that, which is far from the truth. I don't give a shit one way or the other than I gotta respect my boy in that room. But I can't tell it. But if you ask my honest opinion, during that story, a deal had to be made with a demon. A deal had to be made with something because grandma didn't call it a demon, she called it a parasite, which in magical spells or in the mystic community, that's a demon, an out-of-body spirit. It's a parasite. They attach themselves to you. We all know that. Selling snow cone in the hot sun. Where you work, Disney? Yeah, I'll do it on my Patreon. Hey, hey, had to be, cause I've done research, but I can't figure out a spirit or a demon in my demonology thing. One that makes you mimic, one that makes people mimic each other. Now the demon can mimic you, and you can mimic the demon traits, but I don't know of one that makes two people mimic each other just by the swapping of energy. And it had to be sexual fluid. Because if y'all know, the greatest nastiest thing about this bitch is sexual fluid. Now, I don't know if women can do this shit. I don't know if a woman stand on top of another woman and scrub that bitch enough so she shoot like a cobra, like a spitting snake all over the bitch, and next thing you know, they trapped. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just know about the dude situation. I don't know if it worked for chick. So don't ask me. Incognito, don't be celibate. Give it away. Give it away. Just I was thinking about my granddaddy. Every time you say, Granddad, I don't think I'm gonna do that. He say, just do it. I said, Granddaddy, no. Well then if you're gonna fight about it, don't do it. He always tell you to do it, and then you're like, no, you're like, well damn, if you're gonna fight about it, don't do it. Just do it. Give it away. It's a could it be ooh, an astro zombie. Damn, trying to live again. Well, then you know what you would need to do to kill I'll throw it out there. It's a gem. I'll teach you about it later. So, do you guys know how to kill a spiritual parasite? Because you know, Sage don't get it. Spiritual Babs don't get it. She said, I'm about to get the rose. Lord have mercy. So the way you kill a spiritual parasite, or any parasite, but mainly a spiritual parasite, you know how these YouTube videos got these different kind of hertz, gamma waves, data waves, beta waves, all this shit, 310,000 waves, and all that shit right there. That don't do a goddamn thing. That's just a noise. Because if you listen to them, all of them sound the same, other than the one or two out there that got a Chinese bowl slapping that bitch. Bing! But everything sounds the same. But the way you get rid of a spiritual parasite is through electricity. Electroshock therapy. Why do you think when people used to go into the mental asylums, and let me help you out here now, I don't condone what they did to them disadvantaged people in there. But why do you think that's the first thing the doctor went to? They hooked them damn nose up to your head and they shock therapy you. Because they understood that the body in dis-ease, if you crank the body's electromagnetic field up high enough, the spiritual parasite can't exist in an electromagnetic cell or body, because it's like discomfort or it burns it out. So this is why they was electroshocking people. In my spiritual practice, they don't even sell this machine on the internet no more. I haven't seen one since 2002, and a dude from Pennsylvania had that bitch. Mercer, Pennsylvania. He wouldn't give it to me. You would sit your feet in it, and you would take off your shoes, sit your feet in it. You would put your hands in the nose, your two fingers in the nose like that. You would turn with these two. You would turn the knob up to the electrical thing that you can highly stand it. Like it had to be like uncomfortable, but not enough to blow a gasket in your goddamn brain. And you would turn it up to that discomfort level. And you would have to sit there for 30 minutes to an hour and do that. And after you've done it, your pain will go away, your arthritis will go away, your productivity in your brain will be better. The parasite, the spiritual parasite on you would be gone. Your magnetic field will be up. They don't even make that fucking machine no more. Trust me, I've been looking on the internet. I can't even find it no more. I wanted to contact the lady Melissa, who I know, and see if her brother's still living, but he was heavy on crystal meth back in the day before crystal meth was important. So he had it in his garage. But that's how you get rid of spiritual parasite. People sit up there and say, oh no, you have to sit up there and pray it away. You have to sit up there and bathe it away or sage it away. No, motherfucker, you got to electrolyte that bitch away. That's why they say drink your electrolyte fluids. They tried it. I can't teach this stuff properly. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Yes, you're supposed to sit there torturing yourself if you want to get that parasite out your ass, a spiritual parasite. I have no sympathy, because if I could find a machine, I'll be in this bitch electromagnetic in my ass the fuck up. I will be in this bitch. Y'all see me, my shit be straight. Nope, you can't high pH it away. You can't high pH it away. So back to what we were saying, some of these people, some of these demons that's on attached to people are just really parasites that has a mind of their own. That you're not possessed by the demon. The parasite that's stuck to your ass is possessed by the demon. Uh, and if you don't understand what I'm saying, look up the archons. They're invisible shits that attach to you that whisper in your head that make you do dumb shit. They're fourth to fifth dimensional parasite that attach to your ass. Now what? Now let's say fourth, fifth dimension parasites that attach to you, and your electromagnetic field is up so high. Do you think that archon can attach itself to you if it doesn't have a surface to grip on? This is the type of shit. So I'm thinking now that I'm talking about it, what Danny and Sam and Sean them probably had on their ass was an archon that came Dr. Man semen. The archon saw the juice that was on him and it multiplied and jumped on each one as it was going. It was like 7 dudes in the hood hanging around each other doing this type of shit. I don't know what we need to buy RDZ. I've been looking for it. It's a thing that you set your feet in. They got one where you hold the nose like a stick. So the closest I came to it was the Chi wand. And that ain't nothing but electromagnetic getting shot in the air. You hold a quartz crystal wrapped in copper. It's a Chi wand. This bitch, you're holding 2 metal rods in your hand. The 2 rods are hooked to a machine, and the foot is hooked to a machine that's gonna electrocute your motherfucking ass. They don't even sell it no more. I haven't seen it since 2004, 2005, and it was old then. It was like the old computers from like the Star Trek movie. Yeah, falling. You must definitely not pray everything away. Yeah, it's a lot of people sitting up there going through the issues. They got a lot in the mental same asylum people. They understood this, but they was doing the electroshock therapy wrong. They were doing it in bursts. They was doing it in bursts and fucking people brain up, turning them into vegetables versus hooking those nose to their hand and then just allowing the electricity to stay on the body for about 24 hours, put the person unconscious, allow the shit to stay on the body, and the parasite will leave. Now I'm gonna say I saw this. Now my memory is kicking up. I saw this on an episode of I want to say the Twilight Zone, but it was back in the day when it was black and white. This man, they had it was Star Trek, Twilight Zone. It was one of them outer limits, some shit, but the old ones. Where the dude he had went to outer space to explore a planet. While he was on this planet, he had got sick, so he had came in contact with an alien life form. The alien life form was taking over his body, taking over his hand and shit like this. Like every day it would grow bigger and go over his body, grow bigger and go over his body till it almost covered his body. So they were treating him with all kind of antibiotics. They were treating him with all kind of radiation. They were treating him with all kind of shit in the TV episode. Next thing you know, one of the doctors like, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Hispanic doctor. You know, blacks weren't allowed on TV back in the day too good, but a Hispanic doctor or somebody from like with an accent, Spanish accent. We're looking at this all wrong. We need to sit up here and it's a parasite. So what they did, they put him on the table in the hospital room. They got like a half a cow or half a pig, and they put it on the next table next to him in the same operation room. They took his hand and they made him touch the beef or the pork, and then they electrocuted his ass and they kept the electricity on that man for 24 hours in that show. Tell me why the parasite left his body and went over into the dead slab of beef and inherited that. Then they incinerated it on the TV show. I wish I could find that again. But to me, that's the same principle. They were treating that man with antibiotics and everything. Now, let's take that shit from the spiritual people and let's take it all the way down to like HIV and AIDS, cancer, and all that shit. What if you increase your magnetic field so much that the cancer cells have nothing to do? And instead of the cancer cells sitting up there like being destroyed by the magnetic field, you nick your finger and you where it got a blood, where it has a trouble, and you have it touch something and you keep your finger on that bitch and you get that uncomfortable feeling, electromagnetic being raised for 24, 48 hours, 7 days, however long you're in there. Shit, you're on your way out the door anyway, so might as well. And then that shit can probably heal you. I'm just speculating. Don't say to me up, goddamn it. What y'all think about that? Queen Elisa, I know. This shit was on Sci-Fi TV and it just caught me. But and it just hit me in the head when Grandma said, "This is a parasite. Like that's a spiritual parasite. You can't get rid of parasite with antibiotics. You have to make the environment so fucked up for the parasite that it don't want to be there. Symbiotic shit. So I'm gonna look for this machine. Hell, I wanted to do it so bad when I caught COVID. I wanted to do it so bad. I was like, man, I'm finna just plug a cord in the wall and run by 30 cords with the bitch, and maybe it'll slow down once I get about 500, 600. But they say electricity. That bitch flow instantaneous no matter what you do. So I said, all right, I ain't gonna do that. Would have killed my motherfucking self. Yeah, so that's what I think it is. But if I could find that machine, again, the closest I found it is the Chi One. They said that be like $1,500, and it don't do nothing but pump some kind of radio waves in the air to make you smarter or to calm yourself down. I don't know. I need that motherfucking thing that's gonna electrocute me. That's gonna make me discomfort. I think that's the main shit we need. If we can increase our magnetic field, because our spirit, our soul is magnetic and chi and shit. If we can increase that motherfucker, boy, we can heal each other. What you going to do? I'm going to sit in the chamber for 24 hours. I called cancer today. Oh well, bitch, I'll see you in 48 hours. Cure yourself. Just like going to the grocery store. She said, I keep laughing. I was gonna try that shit. I was gonna try it. Everybody back to the story. That's what Grandma said it was, a spiritual parasite. Even Llewyn was sitting up here saying that's what it could be, that demon feeding people, man, jumping from one to the next, deals being made. Maybe that's how it made. I don't know if it's still in the hood. I don't know if the shit's still circulating to this day. I don't know if everybody died out. But I know they got a suppression cure for HIV and AIDS now with a pill. I seen it on the commercial. You got a pill and you get a shot. 2 shots a month. I don't know how it goes. That's what Cabanuba said on that. Then Cabanuba not paying me. I seen it on the TV when I was watching Good Morning America. So yeah, parasites. A lot of people that you're fucking with got spiritual parasite. Y'all ass got spiritual parasite. Y'all thinking okay, it's a demon hunting your house. That's just the demon fucking with your subconscious mind because two entities sharing one brain and it's dreaming up his shit or her shit or its shit. And it's causing you to think you going crazy. Yes, in order to get spiritual parasites, you have to be physically touched. Denzel Washington said that shit in Fallen. Because people think, okay, you can get possessed by a touch. The only way a person get possessed, you have to have some inkling to invite that spirit into you. That's what I believe. But a spiritual parasite, just like energy, just like a feeling, you can get touched. So I'll share a quick story with you guys. It was back in the day when I was working at the Urban League. It was this lady named LaShondra. LaShondra had all these kind of health issues and shit. All kind of health issues. Well, I had just came off a fast and a meditation, so my energy was wide open. And I said, hey, I'm gonna take you where you gotta go, but you can't touch me. Do not touch me. I say you can ride in the car, the truck, whatever. Do not touch me. She was all playing, and she was very lethargic, slow moving, sickly woman. She was like, "I'm gonna touch her," and she ended up touching my stomach. I felt the instant punch, like boom, and I'm like, I say, "Oh fucking shit!" I say, "I'm gonna get your sickness," and she like, "No, you ain't." So I drove around. Late that night, I took a bath, went to sleep. Woke up the next morning, nose running, headache, fucked up like I got a cold for days. I had no energy to move. I'm in the office trying to type up my report. For 7 days, for 7 days, I was lethargic, laid up, having the same issue. And if y'all know me, I like the shit. I like the shit 3 times a day. Keeping the bowels clean is a plus. But if I can't shit, that's torture. But back to the story. That she said she only shitted twice a month. That's fucking rare. You ate a lot of McDonald's, bitch. I seen it. But she only had 2 bowel movements a month. I I would suspect they huge. But for 7 days I couldn't go to the crapper. On the fifth day, I was so weak. On the fifth day, I started getting my energy back. As I started getting my energy back, she started losing energy. She like, uh, I don't know what happened. The girl had put on some pink shoes and got in her little car and drove around town. She had went to the she I think she had went to a Jamaican club and danced a little bit. Bitch ain't dirty whining forever. Got my energy and was out that bitch tearing up the town, baby. My 7 days, my shit came back. Know what that lady said? And she said, "Come here, come here." I'm like, "For what?" I'm like, "Bitch, no, don't come near me." And she was like, "Come here, let me touch you again. I don't feel good, but after I touch you, I felt great." I said, "Lady, I'm gonna break your fucking arm," and I meant that. That lady would have reached that little ugly ass arm out. I would have cracked that bitch and threw her ass like a rag potato. Don't put me near death in your death energy. Ashley Madison, just let him touch you. Touch him. Accept the parasite. Accept the pain. Then don't do it then. Granddaddy. Yeah. Hey, listen, that person's whole arm got ugly to me. I said, this bitch in her ugly arm. And she wasn't an ugly girl. This bitch, ooh, she just got so foul. But you made me sick for 7 days. I shouldn't be taking nobody energy. That's why they say when you do your spiritual bath and you meditate, don't let nobody touch you for 24 hours. At least. Shit. I need shock therapy, not the crazy shit where they just like, I think if the doctor put it on like a small one or two where your just body got the discomfort, I think a lot of our diseases can be healed if we just increase our energy chi and energy field and shit. And you do that by getting electrocuted. I think me personally, but I'm not a medical professional, so don't get your ass out there. Don't. Well, the Barry said he gonna electrocute himself by plugging something in the stitching wall. I ain't say that. I ain't say shit like that. I say I thought about it and I thought it would kill me, so I didn't do it. So that means don't you attempt it. When I praised dance years ago, they used to tell us not to let people touch us right after dancing. Look at that. They already knew the secret. I have a whole bottle of Florida water right here, my desk drawer. I be using it in here. Cooties, but hey, if you got cooties in that bitch, dash that bitch up. The walk past and throw some on somebody's feet. And make them do a hot foot dance. Yeah, it should work. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Tiffany. Yeah. Constipation, rub the right side of your pelvis and circle of motion. Okay. I ain't constipated now. I hit that bitch this morning before I left the house. Touch down here. Let me touch you. I have been. Ooh, massage therapist. Tell me about it. I have to cleanse well between clients. Yes, that's right. Yep. No, don't let them hugging you. Massage therapist. And if in massage therapist, if you give them a happy ending, wear gloves. Get it? Get the joke, Seaman? I should be a comedian. Well, y'all Florida water this bitch down. House rub. Y'all about to have me in the house rubbing, shocking, and everything. Oh, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that, Treasure. Hey, shit, crazy. Could you imagine those Asian women inside the Asian thing that have to do that shit for them ruthless ass men and businessmen, all the demons and shit they have on them? The ladies probably go home and get all kind of arthritis stuck in their ass. Listen, if y'all listen to me, this is the call to action. If y'all find that electromagnetic plate thing where you can put your feet on it and hold the rods in your hand and electroshock yourself safely, please let me know where it's at. I will purchase that motherfucker. I don't know what it's called. I just type in electromagnetic sheen to increase your magnet, and I got the increase your magnetic field, and I got the Qiwan, the Chi. I don't know the name of it. I would love to know it. I seen it in Pennsylvania. Machine to increase your magnetic field. Go over here to shop. Nope, they don't even have it. They got a little box here. It says powerful permanent magnetic chuck. 1500. They ain't got none of the shit that I'm looking for. They got a watch. Nah. It's a quantum magnetic resonate body. This is $80 on eBay, but it kind of got like you can put your hand on it, some shit like that. I'll show y'all. They got some shit right here where you can put your hand on it. I don't know if that's gonna be the deal, but y'all see what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I want. Something like this where I can hold them in my hand and electroshock that shit up off me. Used by people in the beat. No, I know what that damn thing is. That electromagnetic butt plug. You put it up in your ass and you shock your ass and it kill the nerves in your asshole. We is not going there, sister. I went into Fairvilla to get some shit and I seen that. What this for? Had a little metal plate around the bitch. Oh, whoa, hey, 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 hold up here. Hey, 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 put it down here, man. Let's not. I say, let's just walk the fuck away from this area altogether. Don't go upstairs to the right. Walk away from that area altogether. Shock booty. Pulse PMF therapy. Let's see what that is. I'm finna type in pulse PMF therapy. I put in therapy machine. See, yeah, you get the Kiwan, you get the Chiwan. That's it. That's all you see on here. You get the damn Chiwan. This dude had the thing where you sit down, you held the two bars in your hand. It was you could sit at home with it. You place the plate on your skin, and it makes your whole body electric. I want to. I'm gonna try that. Let me see. Pulse PME. That's an ad. Let me go to this motherfucker. PMF machine and device. Okay. So maybe I was looking for something. This is different. I'm telling you, man. A lot of people with sicknesses, cancer. If you increase the magnetic field of your body, you can get rid of that shit. A lot of people y'all think got demons on them. They just got a parasite, an archon, or some shit that's resonating with their magnetic field. That's why no matter how much spiritual cleansing they do, how much praying they do, they still turn out to be pieces of shit, or they still bring calamity into their life. They need to electroshock their ass safely. They got a couple of these pictures. Animal. Oh, they ain't showing me how to do it. Oh, the boy just put it on his shoulder. Machine for sale by Pulse today. I'm into this now. I'm gonna research all this here product. Let me hit product. I thank y'all for this because I would have never figured this shit out. I thank y'all for this. How much the Pulse Pro? I'm paying. I get the big boy. $18,000. This got to be the real motherfucking machine. Because the bitch ain't just gonna sell you and $18,000. They know what they doing. They got priced the shit so we normal people can't buy the bitch. I ain't no millionaire. I can't buy this shit. But now, but just the I can't afford it. 18.2. I can't afford it. That is a damn time travel machine. Hell, the shock yeah is good enough. You won't be here. But that's what they do. Because that machine was small, handheld, no bigger than an iPad, and the shit was in Pennsylvania in 2009. $18,000, some close to it, more sleep. But that's crazy talk. That's craziness. It's so expensive. But yeah, but y'all see where I'm going with this. If them boys, I don't think spiritual possessions can get into your ass if your energy field up this high. But we watch a lot of TV. We had these cell phones out here. We sit up here and we drive around with the magnetic clothes on and shit, and it's just stripping our ass down. We eating food with metal in it that's grounding our inside shit. This shit right here can save us. So this story had some purpose. I ain't think y'all were gonna like the story. I say, man, that story is not gonna go over well. The tens unit. I try it. What's that one called? This called Pulse, and it's called the Pulse X1 demo request. This is a demo too. This ain't even a real bitch. Well, the Pulse X1. So just think about the real one when they finalize the shit. That's gonna be in the 25s a thousand. Go get a tens unit, okay? Ooh, that look good. I think copper wrapped around your locks would be good. That's fly, sister. I like that. So yeah, they like the creepier stories. Hey, it's a bunch of shit. I gotta tell them all. Whatever come to memory, I'm gonna tell them. That's why I say some may be funny, some may be creepy, some may be spooky, some may. But let me tell you, the shit happened. It's the real deal. I'm naming these real people who lived in these real areas. So you come down here and you mention these people names in the areas I named, they're gonna be like, "How you know them?" Truth spook. I'm gonna kick his ass. Not the shocks us more pun intended. Oh, look at RDZ. Why are you playing with me? How much time I got in here? I try to. Okay, let me see. Can I tell you guys one on the live? I got to make sure I come up with one. I try to get it closer related. Search the old computer, man. Women, y'all can appreciate this. Yeah, they are precautionary tales. So, the women. Now, know what? Yeah, the women. All right, I'll tell you the one about the family all losing they. Y'all gotta forgive me. I told you every Thursday I get tired from these stories. So now there's two stories I want to tell you. All right, there's a story where the whole family lost the ability to walk over time. That's crazy. That family is here. Everybody got a wheelchair, and I could tell you I would do that one next Thursday. I probably. But all right, this one here was for women. This is for women. So there was a time where a lot of women back in Ivy Lane, Mercy Drive, just the surrounding close areas. Ivy Lane, Mercy Drive, Lake Man Gardens, um, Richmond Heights, and Carver Shores. These in like square block radius of each other. There was a time where a lot of the women they were going bald head people. I mean, they were literally losing their motherfucking hair like it was shit. You know, you'll see a girl with luscious motherfucking hair in the club, and next thing you know, motherfucker ain't got nothing up there. You're like, man, they holding on by a string. We used to call them not ponytails, but oxtails. Like motherfucker just had a good grade of hair. Now the bitch got a little oxtail curl up there. Everything gone. You have to put the little brown slick gel on the bitch with bubbled up and look horrible. You have to put that bitch down, brush it really good with water, and just to have a little piece in the center of the fucking skull to look like you got something. So a lot of women start losing their hair. So when a lot of women start losing their hair, my grandmama, she had long hair, but grandma cut her shit. Grandma kept her shit like a teeny weeny afro, about like this high. She about the length of my beard. Grandma old school. So she kept her hair short. So grandma never put a perm in her hair because she had Jerry curls at first. So she cut that shit in her older age. So the ladies in the place start losing their hair. So I was like, Grandma, I can't fuck with nobody without no hair. You know, I'm 17, 18, looking at chicks now. I'm like, man, I like a bit with hair, dreads, or something. You know what the fuck, Grandma? So she was like, well, I don't know what's going on with them. So, cause all the men in our family, we got long, good hair. The women in our family was the one to start to lose the hair. So I say, this is some fuck shit. So, I'm still going back, I'm still in school right now. So I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at these grown ups, they losing their motherfucking hair. Looking at the chicks in school, they still got their little ponytail, little bows and shit, the little pinch plaits and shit. That when pinch plat micro braids is out heavy. So I said, okay, cool. So now I'm older, I can't fuck with the people in school. Now I gotta fuck with the chicks 18, 19, 20 years old. But they didn't have no hair for those 2, 3 years. Even the chick I had started dating, her shit fell out. And I'm like, so what's going on? So I asked Grandma, what's going on, man? Talk to me. Is it a chemical in the wind or something? What's going on? Is it everybody getting curls? Is it the thing? I even said it was a cancer. Everybody, all the chicks start losing their hair. The men hair start growing. Here we go. I say, so Grandma, what's going on? So Grandma was like, I don't know. I need to pray about it. So Grandma get her a cup of water. She get a cup of water. She get a cup of coffee. No sugar, no cream. Cup of water, cup of coffee. She set the coffee by her bed, and she set the water next to it, and she opened her Bible up to some verse in Matthew. That's all I know. I went in there looking at Bible. It was on Matthew something. I didn't really get it. So she was like, I need to see why these people lose their hair. Cool, because grandma go on her thing, so we go watch Mass together and we doing our thing. So grandma say, I figured out why they losing their hair. Oh, I'm tired, y'all. That ain't spirit. I'm for some time. So grandma to the conclusion that the spell that was cast was for like the men to look good, and the spell that was cast was by like not the homosexual community, it was the playboy community, because back in the day men was challenging women who can look the best. You think that shit going on today, but imagine heterosexual men in the mirror more. Who is these niggas around here casting spells? And it was a group. Y'all think Pretty Ricky and them was a motherfucking like group name. These people was really Pretty Ricky and them in the flesh. They would get their hair done up. They would get their eyebrows arched. They would get their manicures, their toes done. They had all femininity of a fucking woman, just like a pimp, manicured, pedicured, 100%. So grandma deduced that the people that were living in Lake Man Garden Apartments, apartment 801C, 801C, because my uncle did his murder in 801B. So A, B, C, D. It jumped. So 801C in Lake Man Garden, it was a group of heterosexual dudes living in that 3-bedroom apartment, and they would like date chicks, go out, but they was in there casting spells, good fashion of the women. But bitches don't know how to do proper spell work, and they just going off the internet. Was not back then, by the way. It was very infancy. So they was going off a little shit they read in a library book or something. Or some shit the motherfucker told them. So they did a spell to make them more attractive. In turn, the word probably was to make, but the women around start taking the effect. So grandma came up with the solution that they did it. Spirit sent her to the people's house, 801C, Lake Man Garden Apartment. I should go take a picture. It probably changed colors by now. 801C, Lake Man Garden Apartment. So grandma knocked on the door, and grandma was like, "What y'all doing in here?" And keep in mind, grandma, everybody respected grandma, and her nephews and her grandsons was all hitters. So who gonna tell her no? So they were like, "Gammy, Gammy, Gammy, Gammy." They had started, "Gammy, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing." So she said, "Can I come in?" They let her in. So when she walked in their living room was a pentagram and all the little candles and shit lit around. And she said, "What's this?" These people had their underwear in the middle of that pentagram. These people had boxes of condoms, and the good condoms, not the cheap shit you get from the store today that if you go hard, they pop and break. Style tuxedo black. Them bitches were made from nuclear war tires for tanks and shit. I digress. I miss them condoms. So grandma saw they had boxes of condoms, underwears, they had brushes, they had hair picks, they had like skin oil treatment, and they was applying this shit on that they was doing. So grandma was like, "Do you know what y'all doing?" They said no. These guys had long fucking hair, and they didn't have dread. They had long hair that these bitches used to braid. Motherfucking braid hanging down the hill. And the hair was like Indian good hair, no perm. So grandma was like, "Y'all need to stop doing this spell because it's having an adverse effect against the women in y'all community." We ain't like that. And she said, "You just okay." So grandma literally walked them outside to the mailbox next to the wash house front office, and she was like, "Look, the ladies that had great, beautiful, long hair, that shit gone. They did that spell was messing up a community. All for 6 to 7 niggas could sit up there and look good at the club." That's a true one, boy. Grandma had put a stop to that shit. It would have been a lot of ugly motherfucking women in Central Florida, at least in the Carver Shores area, what they call it. Ivy Lane, Carver Shores area. Grandma wouldn't have stopped the niggas. Would have been a lot of ugly motherfucking women. And granted, I was living over there, so I would have had to date one or two of them bitches. But I digress. Don't let me stress you out. They was eating people beauty. I like the way you put that. But I don't think it was so much eating people beauty. I think it was the simple fact that in order for their beauty level to raise, the spirit they was fucking with had to drop the beauty level of the women. Because keep in mind, this wasn't a homosexual thing. These were heterosexual men trying to be attractive to heterosexual women. So in that case, if you just got a fucked up soul or you just not a good looking person in general, and you cast a spell, the spell gonna do what it do. it's gonna make everybody around you drop their motherfucking beauty scale or drop their spiritual energy or drop their pressure so you can be on top of being a man. Now they have been getting some Gucci now a lot. Girls like them. 801C. I can't even front with you on that. Because I know women was losing their hair. Energy like in 4 different. It gotta be an exchange. When spirit is messing with the lie, don't start. Damn, it's a bad connection. I'm glitching really bad. All right, I'm getting a listen, everybody. Y'all know how I feel when this shit start glitching. I gotta get out of this bitch, yeah. If y'all don't think these stories real, people, the fucking technology ain't nothing glitching. If y'all don't think this real, these spirits don't want me to tell y'all these stories, man. This shit is real. Because the more you know, the more we can stop it. I'm getting off this bitch. Hey, I'm tight. Telling y'all motherfucking ass to stay safe out here in this spiritual world. That's all I can say, because I don't need nobody with my studio. Y'all be good.